Hi, y'all. It's Jazmin back here with another episode of the Prodicast. Today, as our guest, we have Ebose, our co-founder.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's really a pleasure to be on. Thank you for having me,
Of course.
Jazmin.
So, just to get the ball rolling for new viewers, could you say your name, where you're from, and your position in Prodisphere?
Yeah, definitely. Good day, everyone. My name is Ebose Okondo, and I'm originally from Nigeria. I grew up in the capital city of Abuja, and I moved here for college. So growing up, I played soccer, basketball, and of course, as one of like all the many kids, I thought I could come over here and also play. But that's easier said than done. Anyways, I ended up just graduating as an engineer, and that's what I've been working on now. And along with that, I'm the co-founder for our wonderful platform, Prodisphere, and it's one of like my passions right now, along with Mehul and everyone that we have on supporting us. So it's a pleasure to be here and to talk to everyone today.
Okay, so for an icebreaker here, I have what would be your favorite moment in recent sports events?
Okay, so this is a good one. Now, as my jersey shows, I support Manchester United, so we don't have very many good recent. Very few, right? So it's been a long season, but we haven't had many like recent things. But I would say like all the teams recently that kind of breaking their long drought of like so like Spurs, like even though we were like complicit in that, we let Spurs win, but like Real Oviedo in Spain just got promoted after 20 something years. Like it's a nice Crystal Palace winning. So that nice fairy tale story recently has been really, really good as like a fan of sports, as a fan of soccer, football. I think it's been really, really interesting to see.
Yeah, it kind of breaks it like the mundane of it all, because sometimes like when it's the same people winning, you're like, okay, like what's next? Like another Real Madrid Champions League,
exactly,
like okay.
Exactly, like PSG winning like in that final, that was really good and such a like good way too. So it was like a lot of those teams that finally getting to win and celebrate I was like, okay, fair. Yeah, fair.
Hopefully it's me next. But
right. We need to break like our drought soon too. So hopefully we'll see. Good thing you didn't wear your Chelsea jersey
No.
today.
No. It's been really rough too, so I can't say too much. But
at least you had a better season than we did. So,
yeah, we're back in the Champions League. So
right, exactly. So hopefully excited for next season for you guys, and we'll see what it is for United too. But I think like sports, soccer is really in a good place now. So it's really nice to see what's been happening.
Yeah, for sure. So for my first question I have is like, up to this point, what moment have you experienced at Prodisphere that you think will stick with you forever?
Oh, I think like you have really good questions, Jazmin. I'll say for that one, it has to be, I think, like every day seeing like it's a continuous thing. Like every day to me, it's like a new, like really great milestone for us here. Like from where we started from as a startup, like we really started in like Mehul's living room. Right. So like we formed the name together, like seeing us going from that point, like all of you like interns, like support that we've had that have kind of bought into our little vision that we have and kind of where we're trying to go. To me, it's been really moving to say. And then externally, once like we're actually talking to like the athletes themselves, you know, the coaches, the brands, seeing that there's actually a need for a platform like Prodisphere in the industry to cater to soccer, which is like not the biggest sport here, of course. And there's just so much opportunity for soccer players like around the world. And then like seeing how this could translate, of course, to other sports once we gradually get there. But soccer like is our passion and where we started in. So it's something amazing to see that the problems that I faced, Mehul faced when he came here like 9-10 years ago is the same problem still faced in the industry. So like being able to go out there and the way people buy into it, and I think is really, really something that moves me, that allows us to keep pushing to, you know, like kind of carry on to deliver this to our users and to the athletes.
Yeah, I mean, I would also say, like, even just me starting here, I would say, like, a month or two ago, like, the growth has been insane.
Right.
The social media team has grown, and you can see other departments also, like, growing and buying into the vision. So I think that's also, like, the rewarding part
Right.
of a startup in the day-to-day, like
Exactly.
seeing new faces, what they contribute. I think
Yeah, and
I
like
would have to agree.
you can tell it's a different environment and different work environment.
Yeah.
But like I think definitely everyone that's kind of at this stage that we're at, like we're all founders together. Like I
Yeah.
can't lie. You guys are fine, like you are the founders of like our social media, our communications team, because that's like you're the core team. You guys are the first ones. Same thing on like the product development side, even all the other departments too. Like it's such a great like feeling to see that, okay, not just like it's not just me and Mehul seeing like this vision and what it could be. There are other people that also like understand like what we're trying to do and where we're trying to go.
Yeah, for sure. So the last time you and Mehul were on together, you were talking about the starting stages of the app and schools getting on, and that has grown so much as well. So I would want to circle back to the beginning,
right?
And say like, how did you come up with the initial idea for Prodisphere?
So that's another good question, and that takes us back to like in Mehul's living room.
Yeah.
And this even goes way before that. So as I said, we both like were athletes. Like myself, I played a lot of basketball like in my later parts of high school in Nigeria, but growing up all through played soccer too. So moving here, the intent was, maybe I could come over, play in college, like find a way to pay my way through school, right? But I mean, coming from Nigeria, I didn't have the idea on like, okay, what am I worth? What's my value?
Yeah.
Like, what improvements do I need to make? Like, how do I actually compare to like the athletes here? Now, of course, you have YouTube videos, you have other things to kind of give you an idea, but those are like very fragmented. You have to go out there to look for some information for yourself. And this is Nigeria we're talking about, so it's not like there was constant access to internet all the time at that point, growing up. But anyways, we moved here, and like just the feeling of being lost, not understanding what to do, what resources to reach out to, like also is something that kind of just spurred us. And although we pivoted and I ended up like graduating as an engineer, just some of those technical skills like I have and like I got working through school, through my job, and we decided to like sit down and like, what way can we come back to like our passion, which is sports? Like, can we come back to figure out a way to actually bring a platform that can solve these same issues that we were facing in our time that like they're still facing currently in the industry? And the way the platform is now, where we have the valuation, the rating, that wasn't even how we started. We're like, what platform can we bring for athletes to showcase themselves? Like more social media. And then like through different iterations, through different conversations, like we started talking more to the industry, as athletes, we started talking more to athletes, to the coaches, to the scouts. We got an idea, okay, this is where like it's actually going, like NIL in 2021, a big thing that happened for collegiate athletes. And that's another reason why we said we need to cater to these students as well, understand what they're valued at, provide them evaluation, and then like let them also like meet and find these brand deals that they're actually looking for. Like soccer specifically is one that does that's way smaller than basketball or football. So we know that there's a key need there for like athletes to actually like find these brand deals, like look for the brands. Brands also need to understand like who are they like signing onto their, themselves. Like who are they attaching to their brands, right? Who are they attaching to their businesses? They need to know like these characters. Like Mehul in the last video talked about, like a profile, a CV, like a resume for athletes where brands can go on there and get a full understanding, like a complete understanding. They look at their performance, they look at their marketability, like what level are they playing at, like the experience they have, and they can come to like a wholesome conclusion on this is the character I'm bringing to represent my brand. And athletes can know that they have the best representation, importantly, of them being put out there, and they can control this and manage it the way they want.
Yeah, I feel like this platform really allows for like that mutual understanding. So nobody's like led on, and the brands know exactly who they're signing on.
Exactly.
And the athlete knows like exactly what they're getting out of it. So it's very beneficial for everybody.
Exactly. We were trying to like our core focus, like being athletes ourselves came from that initial like line of view. But the industry is big, right? Now, we're not trying to do every single thing. Like, we know the niche area we cater, which is that player evaluation, and there are just a lot of services we can definitely provide that can cater to both the brands, to cater to the athletes, to coaches, scouts, really the whole entire like sports industry.
For sure. And then you talked about how like your experience as an athlete yourself kind of inspired the platform, but would you say there's, in any other moment, did you feel like there's a need for what I'm creating right now?
Oh, definitely. And it was really at that point once we started asking the industry again, right? Myself, I can have like a view, my own personal view of what could be needed, and these things would solve all the problems. But by the time you start asking like other people, other fellow athletes, like other brands, like what issues are you actually facing? That really like spurred us, and that's why I said the platform really iterated from like what I originally thought will solve the issue to like actually now the people are letting us know like this is how you solve these problems. This is how this would be the solutions that could really drive and propel us to a different level. So things like Mahore talked about, the Prodisphere card, like we have our own algorithm that's helping us calculate the rating and valuation for these players. Now you know how much you're worth. You go to a brand, you have a better understanding of your own value as a player. And brands going into these negotiations too can have that understanding on, okay, this is how much this player actually commands. This is how much I can provide. All these steps also are managed on the platform. So you have a one-stop shop for everything. And this is really all based on like the recommendation and the feedback we got by the time we started rolling out features in the MVP that we have available.
So like we were mentioning since the last time you were on here, Prodisphere has been like steadily growing, and you guys launched an app and unveiled a new website.
Yes.
So my question for that would be, how do you think the app and the website has changed the platform within itself, or has it changed like the vision that you had initially for Prodisphere?
And that's a wonderful question too there. And the app and the website is just a continuous iteration, right? Like as a platform, you want to always be able, and I think other platforms do this really well, is you have to be able to take the information, feedback from your users, and then use that to change things, to make things better, because like things are moving really quick.
Yeah.
So you need to like, as more users are onboarded, as you open it to more feedback, you should be able to quickly iterate. And we're now getting to the point where like we've had like, we've created our focus group of users we communicate with steadily. And then we also take a lot of feedback from the different users, from ourselves, like always reviewing. And we've just continued to like make improvements on different areas that we're able to. And this is really also a testament to the team that we have. Now with the fact that we're onboarding more team members, we have more hands on deck to kind of help us with that flow. So like the podcast, for example, now Prodicast, like wonderful podcast. We have a wonderful host. Luca too is doing a great job, right? And now we're at a different stage. We're rolling out definitely different videos, cleaner videos as well, right? It's the same thing with the platform and the website itself, where now we have great people working on the team as well. I don't know if they want me to mention their names, but I can definitely shout them out here. Like we have Andrew especially doing the work on the website. We have like new team members also, like Ola working on data science team as well, like Malik, Meow, like everyone is just doing such a great job. And that is what is really propelling it. Our vision hasn't changed. Where we're trying to go, our core vision and message hasn't changed, right? We're trying to provide the best platform for athletes and brands. And we're just going to continue to do that, layer on more features. We want to definitely add a higher level of AI into it, predicting player performance. So you can actually see, all right, if you do this, and this is what you can actually get out of this work that you can put in. These are new layers that we want to add on once we're at that level. And it's a gradual process, right? We're here, we plan to be here for a very long time. So we have the right things on the roadmap. We have the wonderful people working with us too. So it's just about putting in the work to get there.
Yeah, for sure. I would say like, for like people like me, I'm not really sure how to design a website or like an app or all the features. So it's like, is there any specific features that you think makes Prodisphere stand out?
Right. So that's trust me, when I started this too, I mean, I went through school mechanical and aerospace engineering. So that's very different from software, right? But like with everything, once you have a goal and when there's a will, there's a way, as simple as it says.
Yeah.
So you learn like the skills to be able to build it. But for us, and what really stands us out is really that valuation and rating we provide. And Mehul probably already talked about it, but we have different ways we're showing this on the platform. You're going to see it on your own and personal profile. We're providing a Prodisphere card, which is a way for you to kind of put this as a link in your Instagram or Twitter bio to showcase yourself so easily you can be found, right? These things all tied to really like our algorithm that helps us power these Prodisphere rating and valuation. So this algorithm that we came up with is really like the magic on the background. And what it's doing is we're taking a look at a bunch of different metrics. So ranging, and we wanted to look at the player holistically, kind of take out like the human error, because some players feel like, this scout doesn't like me, that coach doesn't like me, right? This brand doesn't like me. That's why I'm not getting out there. Well, this is now like really purely off of numbers that we've created, like a formula that we've derived. And then on the back end, powered by a lot of powerful algorithms, a lot of AI would also be included to keep learning, to help iterate and give better valuation and ratings at the end of the day. It's just to help simplify, like this at the core is, okay, this is where how much you're valued at. This is where you stand among your peers. You have a ranking to kind of compare yourself with other players. You have a progression tool to see how your rating has grown and dropped over time. But really the main core thing for us is that algorithm. And it's a combination of data science skills as well as like the software coding part of things that we've kind of combined. So this is the core driving factor for our platform that a lot of other sports platforms currently don't have. They may have valuation, but it's really also focused on like football and basketball, nothing for soccer. And then also like the fact that you can find the brand deals directly on the platform. It's not just about understanding, how much you're valued at, but where is the structured, concise place that they can find these deals. And all of this could be done simply on our platform.
Yeah, it's like a one-stop shop for everything, basically.
Exactly.
We touched on this briefly, but just to get more in depth, more schools and athletes as a result have been introduced and onboarded onto the platform. So do you think this has like contributed to platform development, like the addition of these schools and these athletes? How has that changed?
Definitely, because now we see that, okay, there are more people that actually want to be on this platform than we originally thought. Like this is a bigger problem and a bigger issue than we thought. So we have 2 to 4 schools now on the platform, and like will fully be on the platform, like 4 by the end of this month. But we have also started rolling out our sales strategy to onboard more schools and more athletes soon. So the idea is we need our platform to be able to sustain and actually hold all of these athletes. Now it's been working to a small extent with a small limited number of athletes. But now, once we expand it, we need to be able to handle that volume. We need to be able to handle that load. Now, there are more people that are letting us know, like, okay, what you're doing makes sense or what you're doing doesn't make sense. So those things will continuously help us, like, decide how we improve on the platform, what we need to work on as well. But right now, it's definitely the fact that we have this goal to onboard this many people. We want to make sure that our platform is actually ready and stable enough to have all these people on there. So that leads to all the different changes you're seeing with the website's new look and feel, because we're catering now to more people. We have advanced from just an MVP startup now to we're going out and rolling out fully. This is something that a lot of people are looking forward to. We're going to start closing deals on the platform as well this month. So to be able to handle all those things, it's really deciding like what we need to develop on and how we do those developments.
Yeah, and for the last point, I would say, like, is there any specific moments that you were like, this has led us to where we are now? And if there are, obviously, like, elaborate. But I would also want to ask, like, we're obviously at a point of growth and, like, onboarding and, like, making sure that the platform can handle the volume and all these things. But, like, in the future, what do you see for Prodisphere?
Oh, that's a very tough one as well. Like all the questions you've asked have been really tough. Good questions for sure. But with like our future, like long-term goal for Prodisphere is we want to start off from like our local environment here. Local meaning like Florida, where we're based out of. We're based in Orlando. So that led us to the initial schools you saw, right? Rollins, USF. We're trying to get through UCF as well. So we're starting with the schools based in Florida and then also focused on soccer. And then as we grow out, we're going to specifically college too, because that's where NIL is most prevalent. We have also seen it starting to trickle down into the high school level. So high school is also a touch point for us that we're also including into our initial geography that we're trying to kind of capture onto our platform. And then as we go from Florida, we're going to now scale to other schools in America, college, high schools in America. And then we want to then move into other sports gradually. Now, as we're moving into other sports, we feel like we can now start going into other countries as well. So we start scaling from the North America, go down to South America. That's very accessible. They have a lot of soccer talents in South and Central America. And then we talk about Europe, Africa, and then we slowly grow out. So we know that this platform can cater to not just soccer, but other sports. But we're starting from soccer first, see how that goes out from college level. We can go and move on into the professional as well. So we're looking for like scalability eventually over the next few years. But our core immediate goal is World Cup is next year. We know that there are a lot of brands that are really trying to advertise themselves. There are a lot of athletes that are focused around that. So why don't those athletes come on our platform to find and understand where they're valued at? And brands, of course, can start rolling out campaigns catered towards the World Cup. It's less than a year now, I think less than 365 days. The Club World Cup has been met with like good mixed reception a little bit. But I think some games have been really fun. But the major competition, the FIFA World Cup, like it's next year. Like, 40-something teams. Like there'll be a lot, and it's all over North and Central America. For a month and a half, 2 months, there's a lot that could be achieved around that time. So we're really pushing and working towards that.
And I mean, it's the biggest sports event.
It is
ever. Every 4 or 5 years, you're like they're breaking some new viewership records or something. So I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to really be like, we're here. And we can help you guys out with all your goals, whether you're an athlete or brand.
And trust, like, we're going to be at some of those games. Like, it's in America. We have to make it like individually as a team, like even going there, like soccer is our sport. So we have to have like our own big representation for that. So we're going to definitely be working a lot towards meeting that World Cup goal for us. It's really important. It's the greatest sporting event for sure.
So I want to thank you for your time, Ebose. I really learned a lot from where we started and where we are now. And I wanted to thank you for your time. And
thank you so much, Jazmin. No, this has been a pleasure. It's been great again having you on the team.
Thank you.
We've honestly seen a nice growth in our social media. So please, big shout out to Jazmin, everyone. And then also thank you to the audience for always tuning in. Prodicast is one of our amazing podcasts we have on here. And we just want this platform for athletes, for anyone in the industry to be able to share their voice. They don't only want to hear from us. So that's why we come sporadically. But we really want to hear from everyone. So if anyone wants to be on the podcast, they can definitely let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Where can people find you personally? Any social media, any platforms, any? Yeah,
definitely. I'm not the biggest social media person, but you can find me on Life of Ebose is my social media handle on pretty much anything like Instagram, Twitter, and you can find me on those places mainly.
Okay, and then you can find Prodisphere on all socials, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
And Facebook. You can also download the app on Google Store and Apple.
Thank you very much.